as things get sloppier, more reckless, more cruel, and more public, it is a sign that they are not losing, but they are certainly not winning at the pace and with the legitimacy they feel that they need to in order to keep themselves there. SM and GB, for example, they know that if they are ever out of power, they're fucked. Because they I think, have a sneaking suspicion that unlike regime changes of old, there's not going to be too much of an appetite for really big public forgiveness. I think that they know that somebody's going to go down for it, and unfortunately for them, their big figurehead is already an ailing old man who likely will not live to even see the next contest.
Greetings, my BPPN family. Welcome to Black People Politics Network. I'm Mr. Red. Something is off. Something is wrong with Donald Trump, and even people who normally defend him are saying it. The Epstein emails dropped. The vote to release the full files is getting closer. MAGA is turning on him, and suddenly Trump is stumbling out saying, "Oh yeah, I support the release of the Epstein files." When I saw that shit this morning, I almost spit out my coffee. It's like, yeah, this dude is clearly lying. So with Trump, it's always deflection. It's always the next move. He doesn't want these files out. He's doing damage control. And I'm sure some of this was talked about in the meetings that he had. His own insiders are recognizing that Trump is starting to crack. So I wanted to get this quick video out tonight. The last clip is going to set up for what we're going to talk about tomorrow, but we'll discuss that when we get there. Let's strap in. Let's get after it.
I have truly never seen him look this bad. This is Monday, November 17th, around 3:15 p.m. East Coast time. As I'm recording this video, I just screen recorded the following video from Donald Trump speaking to reporters in the White House. I don't even need you to listen to the context of what he's saying. It's a random video clip. I want you to listen to his voice, look at his eyes, look at his hair, look at all of the makeup that he's trying to cover up with. Like, he is defeated and he is unwell.
They want to buy. You've been a great ally. They've got to like us very much. Look at the Iran situation, what we did in terms of obliterating, we obliterated their nuclear capability.
He is absolutely defeated. I have never seen him look this bad. I have never seen him so hunched over. His hand is covering that spot where we know he's getting some form of IV treatments of some kind. Look at his eyes. He hasn't slept. Like, he knows the gig is up eventually. And this Epstein thing, I think, has weighed a lot on him. But he also knows that his approval ratings are in the toilet, like among the worst we've ever seen for any president in recent history. He knows that he is losing in the courts. He knows that things are not good for him. That should give you a little bit of hope.
Look at him, the face, the makeup, the shaky voice. This man looks terrified. And let's be real, Trump doesn't get shaken by polls, by scandals, by public outrage. Usually he lets it roll off his back like a damn duck. But he gets shaken when something threatens him personally. And obviously this Epstein thing came out of left field. If there's any good thing that came out of the Democrats caving, was these damn Epstein emails being released. But the Epstein files, that's the one thing he's been afraid of. And personally, I don't know if they're going to come out right away.
Y'all know my favorite pastime is to go on X, because I know a lot of you don't want to or choose not to, and see what the MAGA are talking about. Bro, this is hands down the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. So it says, people are posting all over social media, what a sad end to somewhere we all worked so hard for. I never thought it would end this way. This person, Trent, 11 million, analytics though. That's crazy. 11 million people have seen this. There's no way all it took was for him to be bisexual. So all in all, we learned if you want to take down fascism, you have to prove that their Lord and Savior, the man they worshipped, Senor Cankles, Senor Little Hands, was sucking dick. And what's even worse is, I don't know if you guys heard, but it came out that we don't know if Bubba was a person or a horse.
And look what happened on X. Young MAGA is furious. They're burning hats. They're calling him a sellout, saying he betrayed the movement. Not only that, Their groceries are still higher. None of the stuff that he said he was going to do, he's done. At least none of the stuff that he said it was going to affect their lives. And now some of them actually do have the wherewithal to say, this man is clearly covering something up. Congratulations if you are MAGA watching this and you realize something's wrong. You should have learned it earlier when we were telling you. But hey, this is time as good as any. Because remember, Trump said he could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and not lose supporters. Well, apparently, he didn't consider what if those Epstein files came out. Actually, he did consider it, which is why I believe that he's been working so hard since the beginning of this administration, the second administration, to cover it up.
Trump is now saying that he would sign the Epstein files bill if it passes the House and the Senate. He was just asked in the Oval Office by reporters whether he would sign the bill. He said, quote, "Sure I would." And then he said he would have to see what it looks like essentially after he gets through the House. Let the House look at it, let the Senate look at it. And he said, sure, I'll sign it. This is a major development because here's the thing. Donald Trump is now trapping himself using his own words because it will pass the House. It probably will pass the Senate, and then it's going to get to the White House. We no longer need a veto-proof majority in either chamber if Donald Trump is going to sign it. And also, this is a I'll believe it when I see it type moment, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, Trump can release the files right now if he wanted to. He could tell the DOJ to comply with the House Oversight Committee subpoena. They're not doing that. So this is a major change in tone for Donald Trump's PR team, and it comes as he's facing a reckoning from within his own party.
Now, no sooner when it seems like he was trying to find a way to pressure Republicans into not signing the discharge petition, I woke up this morning and saw a news article saying that Trump now supports the release of the Epstein files. And again, coffee everywhere. Trump suddenly saying, oh yeah, I'll support the release of the Epstein files? That shit is fishy. It don't even sound right. He didn't have a change of heart. He didn't find integrity. He didn't wake up one morning and decide transparency matters. Trump didn't do this because he thinks it's the right thing to do for the victims or that he has no involvement in it. No, he saw the vote shifting. He saw Republicans about to break ranks. He saw that if he didn't support it, he'd look guilty. He looks guilty anyway. He knows the optics. He knows that the walls are closing in. And then not sooner than Aaron Partner's report that Trump will support the Epstein files, he came back and said Trump only said yes because he was going to lose.
We have some major news right now. Donald Trump is panicking over tomorrow's Epstein files vote. And according to Congressman Robert Garcia, the only reason Trump came out last night and said that Republicans should vote for it is because he knew he was going to lose the vote and it actually wasn't going to be close. Because behind the scenes, over 100 Republicans are preparing to defect from the Trump administration. What that means for Trump is if he didn't endorse this vote last night, he would have suffered a major loss in front of his supporters. Now he's going to be able to say, well, I've been fully transparent from the beginning. But another key thing here, Congressman Robert Garcia, who is the lead Democrat on the House Oversight Committee, the ranking member who's been pumping out a lot of these files, made clear that Trump could actually release the files. We don't need a vote. There is a subpoena out to the Justice Department right now from the Oversight Committee. Justice Department could comply with the subpoena and release the files. The fact that he's not releasing the files shows that there are some games being played right now.
One of the Congressmen, Garcia, he said that Trump was only going to say yes because he knew he was going to lose the vote. There was no courage in what Donald Trump did. It was only for survival. He didn't want to get embarrassed by his own party publicly rejecting him on something this sensitive. So now he's pretending to be on board. But his face, his voice, his energy is telling a different story. This is the first time Trump looks like a man who knows he can't escape the consequences. Now, before we end this, I want you to see one last clip. This clip is absolutely appalling and shocking. Let's take a look.
Let's say you're right. I'll grant that you're right, and he's on the list and all the things, and you're right about all the accusations you've been making. Why is it wrong that he did those things?
Are you asking me why it's wrong to rape children?
Yeah, I need you to tell me why it is wrong in your eyes
To rape children.
to do that. Yes. Do you need me to repeat it? Can you not hear me? Do you have too many cocks in your ears, or what's up? Why is it wrong?
Now, I believe that there are some reasonable Republicans who realize that they can't support Trump if he's anywhere a part of this. There's a part of the Republican Party that's ready to dump Trump off because he's a lame duck president. He's costing them elections. And if he stays around, that's the end of the Republican Party, which I believe it should be the end anyway. But this video clip right here, this video clip speaks volumes because there are a certain segment of MAGA who doesn't care if Trump was involved in trafficking kids. They don't care if Donald Trump was involved in touching kids. They don't care if people's lives are ruined by a man who's a sick, twisted individual. And I played this clip last because this was the video I wanted to make for you today. In tomorrow's video, we're going to talk more about MAGA, the MAGA who will still support this man, even if he's a PDF file. So, if you want to see that video, subscribe to the channel, stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.